Good morning, guys. I'm about to go on a quick run, but before that, I wanted to go over an important topic, which is mind-muscle connection. This is the reason why, in my opinion, that two people could do the same workout program and get completely different results. And yes, not genetics, mind-muscle connection. Now, the reason is this: there's a million ways to skin a cat in the same way that there's a million ways to complete a movement. So when you're working out, ask yourself this: is your bicep contracting because you're curling, or are you curling because your bicep is contracting? Now, establishing a connection with the muscle isn't always super easy. So in this video, I'm gonna show you guys 5 different ways that you can improve your mind-muscle connection so you're getting the most out of your workouts. But first, I'm gonna get in a quick run. Now, one thing that I find that improves my mind-muscle connection, and I highly recommend to you guys, is to touch yourself. What? Now, I swear I'm going somewhere with this. So the problem is, when a muscle is underutilized, sometimes it's hard to feel the contraction inside the muscle. So it's just a lot easier to literally feel it with your hands. So for example, when I'm doing leg extensions, I'm usually feeling with my hands to make sure that those muscles are hardening and that I'm maximizing the contraction out of the exercise. Now that seems easy when your hands are free, but what if you're doing an exercise that requires both hands? Let's say you're doing a bench press. Well, this is why I recommend unilateral work. This way, you're able to use one hand to complete the movement while the other hand is able to feel on that pec and make sure that you're getting the proper contraction. In a second, we're gonna head over to the gym where I'm gonna give you guys my golden tip to instantly improve your mind-muscle connection. But before that, it is important to remember you don't have to be in the gym to establish a connection with a muscle. Practice wherever you can. I mean, you know, touch yourself in front of the mirror. Touch yourself in the shower.
Hey, what are you doing in there?
Hey!
What are you doing in there?
Get out of here!
Hey,
Hey!
do what I told.
That's enough of that. People are starting to look for sure. Now, at the end of the day, no one is inside you. So no one's gonna be able to know if you're feeling the tension except for you. With that being said, you need to practice feeling the tension in the muscle throughout the entire range of motion. The problem is, a lot of times we go to the gym and we're doing a movement and halfway through the tension cuts off and we just accept that as a good set. For example, cable crossovers, a very common mistake is to let those shoulders curl in at the end of the movement. Now what happens there is the tension cuts out of the chest and into the shoulders, which is not what we want, right? We're working the chest out. So by simply rotating the bottom of the sternum up and keeping it there, we're able to keep the tension in the chest and keep it from transferring over to the shoulders. But now it's time to go into the city and get our lift in. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna go more in depth on this in a future video because it's extremely important. But when it comes to building muscle, the goal is to be able to target a muscle, put tension on it, and really keep it there. Now the problem is sometimes we come to the gym and we can't establish a connection with the muscle, or we're just feeling stiff that day. So that's why warming up is super important, because one, it's gonna allow your body to heat up, therefore it's gonna prevent injuries, you're gonna feel less stiff and more fluent when you're moving. But on top of that, you could start establishing a connection with the muscle before you start working it out that day. So for instance, on back day, I'll start with the rower. Really focus on keeping that chest out, letting the lats stretch and pulling with the elbows. That way I could start establishing a connection with the lats. Now on leg day, I might start on the assault bike. That way I could really start to feel some tension on those quads before I work them out that day. And honestly, at the end of the assault bike warm up, your legs are probably gonna be obliterated anyways. I find that this is especially beneficial when you're working shoulders. There's just so many muscles that connect in this area. It's kind of hard to find that connection with it. So usually when I close my eyes and I'm working my shoulders, I can really make those small micro adjustments that allow me to better connect with the shoulders and, you know, start to feel that tension on there throughout the entire range of motion. All right guys, that is it for the gym today. I'm about to head to the park and grab some lunch. Now, if you're looking for more tips, tricks, and mental shortcuts to help you progress in the gym faster, make sure that you leave a like, subscribe, and you hit that little bell so you get a notification every time that I release another one of these. But besides that, much love, and I'll see you on the next one.